How are you doing, everybody? My name is Anandicho and today I welcome you guys to my channel. This is a different kind of the video which I do generally. It's not a gameplay, it's not a vlog. It's an informative video because as you guys know, I've told many times on my channel that I'm getting into coding. I'm getting into programming a lot, and it's been about half a year that I've been coding consistently using Python and many I learned few other languages in the way. But yeah, so there was something which I observed while my process, while I was retrospecting myself in the past, and I would like to share this information with you guys today on my channel. So here I am to share 5 things I have learned as a programmer in my journey of few months. Starting with, programming takes time. It's 90% of thinking that you have to do when it comes to programming, and 20% or 10% of what is to be done is coded. So most of the times we are in the, as outsider to programming world, we think they just go do and the work's done, but that's not true. You have to think a lot because programming is basically problem solving. That's what I've observed. You have to, things which you have to do, you have to create it into a problem statement and then find a solution on it. And that's supremely intriguing to know. After I got into it, I tried to understand how the system works. So that brings us to number 2. That is, literally anything can be programmed. That doesn't mean you should or is good, but literally anything. How we eat can be divided into 4 main steps: taking the food, breaking a bite out of it, putting it in our mouth, chewing and swallowing. Those are 5, I guess. But each of these steps can be its own problem. How do we take food? How do we break food? How do we put it in our mouth?
That's what she said.
How do we chew, and how do we swallow? And that's just how programming works. That's just 5 steps. You have to just make 5 functions or 5 statements where it will do the things. You have to take an input, have to process through it, chew it, put it in my mouth, chew it, and then just give it to my stomach to digest, and that's an output. And this is something which was very intriguing to understand. And when you understand this, the problem many of the beginners into programming, much of my friends who are getting into programming too, have this problem that they don't get logic. They don't understand how to create logic, and this is how the logic is. You have to create problems out of statements that you want to do, and then code over it, find solutions to the smaller part, not on the bigger part. And one of the main things to grow as a programmer, which I have learned, that is number 4 by the way, is to program real life applicable programs. Don't just sit printing hello world and making a calculator. Yes, that's important to learn, but expand yourself. Try making programs that you can apply in your life, in any day-to-day process. That can be literally anything you can think of. Like, I have made games for myself using Python just for fun, and I love to play games, so that was a little fun for me to get introduced to the gaming industry. Not a lot, just the surface, but I got introduced to it a little bit, and it's supremely fun. I was into gaming since my childhood, but the side of making of game was never really introduced to me in that sense of I can do it. And when I made it, I felt supremely validated about my own skills of programming, and I felt supremely proud of it. I was very happy about it. And that's what you should be feeling too when you're programming, because you need motivation to keep going on with anything in life. Actually, me with YouTube, the number of likes, the number of views I get, talking about which last video you blowed it up, guys. my last 2 videos. I thank you so much for all the likes and support. I know I'm not posting very consistently. My Minecraft video, it took a lot of time for me to edit because I was not just able to manage time that well, but I promise I'll be coming back with more great stuff very soon. And yeah, and also let me know if you guys are interested in getting more of this kind of videos about programming, about stuff which I do. I am into graphic design, I'm in like programming, of course, and there is a lot of stuff. I'm somewhat into public speaking now because of this, but I'm not really sure about it. But yeah, there's something I want to try to explore for sure in the future or somewhere. Coming back to the main topic, number 5 is anyone can learn how to code anytime. It can be a 60-year-old grandpa, it can be an 18-year-old kid, it can be a 30-year-old working man, it can be a 12-year-old kid who can learn programming and gain skills into that. It's not a age restricted thing. Literally, I guess in this sense of the world, nothing is age restricted but especially programming, because you can learn it anytime. All you need is ability to solve problems and stick to it. And as anything, the programming language, that can be number 6 bonus point, is programming language, as they say, is a language. It's just as how English is, how Marathi is, how Hindi is, how Italian is, how Japanese is, how German is. It's its own language. It has its own grammar, syntax. It has its own way of saying things. Different languages have different way of saying different syntaxes, and we have to understand that. When you clear it in that sense that it's just a language and anybody can learn any language when they want, this is something like that. But this is a language you talk to your computer to make it do something specific, and you have to keep that in mind too. And yeah, and that's very important. So yeah, if you are interested in programming, just start. Just start. Find a language which you want to learn in. Find something what you want to do something in, and just start. I started with Python. I started with Java actually. It's a long story which I will talk about in some other video. If you're interested, give a like down below, drop a comment down below if you want to know. Just comment down below, hey, when did you learn Java or something like that. Yeah, and I hope you guys gained some inside information about programming through me. And also let me know if you guys want more of this informative type of videos on my channel. I would love to make some more. And yeah, I hope you guys are doing well in this COVID time. I hope you guys all are safe, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Till that time, stay fit, stay awesome, and keep gaming. Bye bye.